this FA Cup weekend for us?
To Whaddon Road, and a clash between two Spa towns in Cheltenham and Buxton, so you might call this a Sparby match. Is that too much? Let's move on. Cheltenham are under the control once again of Steve Cottrell, his second spell as manager of this team. He had great success in his first spell. Right now his team are inconsistent. They're actually in poor form and sit 22nd in League Two, and the omens aren't good for Cheltenham Town today. They've actually lost 5 of their last 7 FA Cup ties against non-league opposition. As for Buxton, they're in the 6th tier. They're not in great form either. They've already played 4 matches in this season's FA Cup to get here, although none of them until today have been against a team from a higher division. They got through their first round match against Chatham Town thanks largely to an absolutely stunning goal from their captain Conor Kirby. You really should go and look that one up if you haven't seen it already. It was a strike that came late in extra time and sparked wild celebrations, the players all bundled on top of one another, and that is why they are here today with a place in the 3rd round and the big boys up for grabs for this afternoon's winner. Earlier on I spoke to the Buxton boss, John McGrath. John, great to see you. What's the mood like in the squad coming across on the bus? So you can't beat the FA Cup, can you?
Yeah, really buoyant. Obviously the boys are into the 2nd round proper of the FA Cup, which is a fantastic achievement to date, and they're all really looking forward to the tie.
Tell us about that first round and obviously Conor Kirby's winner, because that was a sensational moment in this season's competition.
Yeah, Chatham Town, really good opposition. At our place took us all the way to the 119-minute win. Our leader, our skipper, Conor Kirby, pops up with a wonder 35-yard strike. He's got that in his locker. He's a really good footballer, Curbs. Funnily, he was signaling to come off 2 minutes prior to that because he was getting cramped. So great finish, and it got to this stage now.
And Buxton have gone professional at the start of last season, wasn't it? What kind of difference has that made to the setup at the squad and everything that goes on around the team?
Yeah, from going part-time to full-time, I was brought in last summer to take the club into the transition from part to full. Our aim and our remit was to go really young, really energetic. Our average age last year was 21 and a half years, which is fantastic. We've got a young squad this year again. It allows you access to the players, on a daily basis to work on things like, set pieces, set plays, keeping them fit. And the club have took leaps and bounds over the last 18 months, and we're here today because of it.
And I think you'd admit your team aren't in great form at the moment, but actually neither are Cheltenham. Does any of that matter today? Is this a one-off, or does the team's form coming into today matter?
I think the cup is a one-off game, and it's we were on a great run going into Chatham. We were unbeaten in 10, and then we beat Chatham, and all eyes were on Cheltenham Town, and I think our boys have had an eye on that. So we're taking this as a cup tie. We know our bread and butter is the league, but it's an exciting game for the boys to play in, and all our focus today is on this.
Well, good luck. There's a big prize up for grabs.
Cheers, Annie. Thank you.
That was Buxton boss John McGrath speaking to me earlier. And one player to look out for in his team today is one of the famous sporting Sodgies, Ty Sodgi. There's a lovely piece about him on the BBC Sport website at the moment, because in 2021 he was playing for Man City's youth team alongside, among others, Cole Palmer. And Sodgi actually had 10 years on the books at Man City. He was badly hampered by injuries. He signed for Buxton in August and is revelling in non-league football. We're told that 500 Buxton fans are making the trip here this afternoon, and it's sure to be a cracking atmosphere, Kelly.
Yes, it is indeed. Andy, thank you very much. It is always one of the best weekends in the calendar. These are the FA Cup second round fixtures that involve non-league teams, and as I said before, at least 2 teams will be in the hat for the 3rd round. Steph, Dion, good afternoon. I haven't actually spoken to either of you yet. Dion, I know you want to talk about the magic of the Premier League with what Aston Villa just did, but when we see those ties there, the opportunity for us to see non-league teams go up against the big boys in the 3rd round, there's a huge opportunity for teams today.
Yeah, this is the moment in the season where sort of smaller clubs of stature think, gosh, if we could just get to that 3rd round, if we can just get to another, I don't know, an away game at somewhere big, Millwall, Coventry, whoever it is, it can make their year financially. So it's a huge game for them.
It's not even about the year, is it? It can actually, we've seen clubs put
Yeah.
pitches in, be able to build new stands and things. There's so much more at stake than just football.
Yeah, I think for me, a lot of the clubs depend on getting to that next round, to get in the third round, and it's so great that there's so many opportunities now for non-league teams to get through to them rounds. And like what Dion said, it is the magic of the FA Cup. It's the most amazing competition, and yes, so nice to see so much magic that's been happening in the last 2 rounds.
Don't worry, Dion, we can talk about it now. Because in the Premier League at lunchtime, it finished Aston Villa 2, Arsenal 1. We actually saw that winning goal in the studio just before we came on air. There were some real celebrations from Dion Dublin, but let's find out how they did it with John Southall.
Wow, what an afternoon and a